What the hell? Don't worry about bringing a fishing rod, right? Because if you're going backpacking, you want the real experience. You're gonna go to the river and try to grab a fish with your bare hands, just like the bears do it, right? That's why they call it bare hands. Interesting concept, actually. We gotta fly. We gotta do it, guys. We gotta do it. Flying! Ooh, glow squid. Hello, glow squid. Floating friggin' lake. Such a gigantic area out here. This is crazy. Oh my goodness, look, there's even more. Holy crap! Okay, I'm gonna get lost. I'm gonna get lost. I can't go too far or I will get lost. There's another geode there. That is insane! That is so insane. Ground mineshaft, right? I know, like, all of us streamers, we all know that, you know. Oh shit. Shish! Yeah! Okay, we're gonna do something unprecedented. Oh no! I died! Oops! I don't know what just happened. Oh darn! I didn't mean to do that! That was totally and completely an accident. We gotta fly. We gotta do it, guys. We gotta do it. Flying! Ooh, glow squid. Hello, glow squid. Floating friggin' lake. Such a gigantic area out here. This is crazy. Oh my goodness, look, there's even more. Holy crap! Okay, I'm gonna get lost. I'm gonna get lost. I can't go too far or I will get lost. There's another geode there. That is insane! That is so insane. Ground mineshaft, right?
Babe!
Damn you, Nano! Yeah, no, I can't see! Oh my god! Ah, no! We got way too much grass. We got way too much grass going on, okay? This grass is just unreasonable, okay? Unreasonable. I want you to go out there with a stick and mow the yard. But Mom, where's my lawnmower? You don't get one. Use a stick. Fine. That's why I'm using a stick. That and lawnmower. We got way too much grass. We got way too much grass going on, okay? This grass is just unreasonable, okay? Unreasonable. I want you to go out there with a stick and mow the yard. But my...
Hello. Hi. It looks like I need to work on that, the burb screen stuff. What's going on, Space Mage? I need to suggest already. Fix the BRB clips so they don't repeat themselves so much. That was quick. So I started basically... things are adjusting. I fixed up stuff. I got things. And my green screen should be working a heck of a lot better now. A lot of other things worked out and stuff. I have a chair. A specific chair. I'm not on my bed anymore. This is a professional-ish thing going on now. So we shouldn't have the green screen issues anymore. I may look a little further away, but that's because, at least for now, there is a situation where I could start playing like this. So I kind of wanted to make sure I didn't zoom in too close if I decide to do this. That's because the chair hurts right now when I'm sitting down for too long. I have a seat cushion coming in, so it might change. I don't know, but we'll see. But for now, this is what we're doing. Oh, that took it a while to do that. Anyway. That shouldn't... I gotta do some stuff, I guess. I mean, things are working, I guess, but they're just working a bit not the way I want. I've been working on StreamerBot, which is what all these commands run through to kind of simplify what I'm doing. StreamerBot has the ability to use their in-app options for commands and actions. But they also give the option to use C# code. So I might be switching to make things easier and thinner and faster and all that good jazz. But for now, we're going to jump in. We're going to do stuff. Yeah, no worries, Space. We're good. So, assuming it loads. All right. Here we are in the world with things. Also, I have some very sad news. I might have accidentally broke the High King's pickaxe. I had to go get my backup. And I am very sad about it. It did happen. But a lot of other things have also happened. In that the boundary is made. And it goes all the way over there. It weaves. Yeah. It weaves into the mountain. You can kind of see it. I'm utilizing the distant horizons. The terrain fades when you get too close to it thing. And it goes around in here. And then it continues all the way around. So the full border is done. I just need to knock down everything that's inside of it. So you can see it from wherever. And then we're good. Because there's a lot to take down. But that's okay. But yeah, I've been working a lot in here. It has, like, it's gotten demoed. It's gotten demoed for sure. Oh, I have my mod, actually. You see down in... Hold on, let me do this. You see down in the bottom left-hand corner? That is a sneak indicator for an upcoming change to my mod that I'm making. It's already made. It's functional, actually. So, if I tap it, it turns on. The sneak turns on. Just like, Toggle does. But if I'm holding it for longer than a certain amount, hold, let go. It just automatically lets it go. So, I don't have toggle on, and I don't have, hold on. I have both. And it works really, really well. Except for in certain specific cases where I might have to look into what to do. Like, for example, let's say I'm in here. Like, when you're flying and you have toggle on, you sink. You're like, oh crap, I'm falling. I got to turn it off now. But with my mod, if you're sinking for more than just like a second and let go, you don't keep sinking. But you can if you want. But in a situation like, hey, I want to be able to see what's in this box. You're like, I need to go down for a second. Then it turns on because you only try to go down for a split second. And I don't know how to combat that. Right now, it's based on timing. So any more than 150 milliseconds of holding will make it into a toggle instead, which is kind of cool. But I'm working on it. I actually submitted it to Modrin as well as a mod. I might start putting some of my smaller mods into there if they approve this one, because there's a review process. And basically part of their review process is that it can't be AI generated. which it's not. I made it myself, but the images are AI generated, and I did use some suggestions from it. So I'm hoping that doesn't bar me from anything, because having other people see my actual code is a little daunting. Like, I did it on stream, but I don't know. That's different. It's like, that's like showing my family versus showing the entire public, you know? But I don't know. It's just weird. But it's I don't know. We'll see if that actually goes through. And if they do, and the mod becomes popular, in my profile, it shows twitch.tv/Xogue29 and goes to my page. So if the mod gets popular, it's one avenue I can gain a few people. I don't think a whole lot of people are going to be like, hey, he made a mod, let's go see what he can do with streaming. Like, some people, they're just going to install the mod and be done. But I'll get some from it if it's published, which every little bit helps, you know? So we'll see. But they need to approve it. It's been about a week. They say it can take a week or longer, so I don't know. But we'll see. I was honest about which parts were AI generated. In there, they have a notice about it. They're like, we've been bombarded by 100% AI projects. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of skeevy. You know, like, people work hard to code their stuff. And then AI comes around and, yeah. But in there, they're like, we go through an extensive review process to make sure it's not AI generated. And I'm like, mine's not. So, like, it's cool. But, yeah. Anyway, if you notice the icon in the bottom left, like, it'll show you when I'm there. Eventually, I am going to use, I don't know if I'll use AI for it or if I'll try to do it myself. Because I used AI for the other images in the actual description stuff. But part of me wants to design the in-game element myself. Another part of me knows I'm not the greatest at graphics. So I might just have AI do that as well. And we'll see what happens. But for now, it serves its purpose. If it's green, it looks like a turtle, I'm sneaking. If it looks like a person, I'm not sneaking. That is supposed to look like a blocked stickman crouching, but it doesn't. It looks like a turtle in my mind. So, you know. Which just kind of makes sense, because when you're sneaking, you move slower, so you're moving like a turtle. But anyway, so what I've been doing, kind of delaying a little bit, just because people usually don't show up like right away, and when I explain the design reveal portion of things, I would like a little bit more people to be here. Doesn't really matter too much, I guess, because YouTube. It's on YouTube, it's fine. You know, and be like, hey, you missed it. It's your fault. Come earlier. But let's still wait a little bit first. Is that? Yep. That is a horse in water. That is a horse in water. Also, when I asked for moss blocks, I didn't realize they were here. I didn't realize there was some like that close. For the moment, I am, yeah. Although I did fix it. Yeah, there was a bit of an error in yours. Let me show you what, so in the future you can adjust. It was a very, very, very small, like, it's almost perfect. It was just this big of an issue, okay? So don't think it's like some massive change. Like, I didn't restructure a whole lot. I moved a trap door. That's it. One thing in all of my experience with Iron Farm creation, customizing my own, is that Iron Golem AI is very particular. So actually, you know what? I need my actual physical body for this. So I'm going to show you exactly what I did, so you at least understand it enough to replicate it in some fashion for your future builds. So it's, like I said, super freaking small change. But it's a very massive, like, it has a big effect on things. I totally admit, I'm under a fence right now. Alright, so, initially, you had yours, I think, right here in the middle. Which, I have my magna, right? So, right there, it makes sense, right? Iron golems can walk across 1 block gap, and they know it. So, what yours was doing is it was actually getting right on the edge of this and getting stuck and just staring right up. There's actually 2 options for you to fix this. The one I used was a lot easier. One, the iron golem, they go pretty close to directly under these, but not all the way. You think, if you look at it, like, he's pretty close to right under it, but not quite. So if you were either to back up the hole a little bit, or move the zombie just a smidge forward, he would have gone a little bit further, and that wouldn't have been a problem. But the simpler solution is just to move the trapdoor. Because when you extend this, this counts as a 1 block gap, so they think they can walk all over it. But in reality, they can't. And they just walk a little bit further. So that's kind of the idea. It's like I said, super, super small. But it's not, you know. It's not like I revamped the entire thing to make it like 200% more effective. The other thing I did is for these guys, you don't need this many. You had 3 beds, I think. A 4th is usually better. I'm assuming you probably know why, but maybe not. I just had the extra because why the hell not? We had the extras down there. Yeah, it is. So the way the breeding works is the babies, as soon as they're born, claim a bed. And what it does here is it removes the pathway to the bed. What a lot of people don't advertise when they're explaining the mechanics is that it takes time for them to release the bed. So it may not even release the bed after it's all the way down below. Which means, after 5 minutes, if the bed is still claimed by a non-existent villager, these guys can't breed. But adding the 4th bed gives it 1 extra population in the area, which is enough time. Within 10 minutes. I don't want you guys to be there. Didn't I close that? Or did somebody else open that? It's weird. Anyway. Did I just do that? Maybe I just did that. Anyway. But that's the idea. The extra bed gives it 1 extra population, so it has enough time to fully release the bed so that the new baby will switch back and forth for which bed it claims. And it never actually fills up the cap totally. 6 is just overkill. There's absolutely no reason for that. I had the beds with me and I added them because I don't know. I think every once in a while a 5th bed is needed, but it's not enough of a problem to ever really use. Also, I saw your machine that you used to troll me. And I broke some of it. It was actually an accident. I didn't realize what I was hitting or smacking around. And then I broke it and I was like, I could just tear it down and steal all the redstone, but I didn't. I just stole the redstone that I broke. I don't even know what it was. Oh, it never worked? I thought this is what you were using to troll me. Because this is like right below. Like wherever it was. Come here! Like, this is where the blocks were. Or daggone close to it, at least. So I figured that's probably where it was. Or what was doing it. But either way. So yeah, that's a thing. Anywho, I do have ideas. Right now, the iron farm is going to stay for the moment. As is the breeder for the moment. But I'm going to show you what I have that's going to happen. And you'll need to see them to understand. Well, okay, you really don't. But I want to show them off, so we'll say it that way. It's my design ground. This is a custom world I usually make. Basically, it's got bedrock, 2 blocks of quartz, and then glass on top to prevent spawns. And just because anytime I build any little thing, there's always slimes here, I throw a repeating command block over here, turn it on so that it just removes kill all Minecraft slimes. So it just does it right away. So you'll see the commands pop up like in the bottom left because I have command block output on. But anyway, as an example. So there you go. Basically. There's other ways to prevent it, but I don't worry about it. So for the breeder, this is my method to allow these guys to breed indefinitely. A very short, effective way to collect a huge mass of villagers. It's very effective, and it works. This, in relation to the other method, where everybody uses water, this gets them out of the area faster. So the fourth bed may not even be required, but that really doesn't matter that much. It's not hard to add a fourth bed. That said, they go up. That's the big thing. They go up, and I didn't want to use a different method where they fall down, go around a channel, and then go up. I wanted to do it straight from the farm because I like designing farms and I like mechanics, and it just made sense to do it this way. So I did, and it's very simple, and it's very effective, actually. I have 4. Literally, they breed every 5 minutes, and like one of these guys is about to grow up. Yeah, minute 30 seconds. Like you can see, a minute 30. Here's your 6 minute, so plus 5 minutes, plus 5 minutes, plus 5 minutes. Like every 5 minutes. And since there's only 4 beds, 2 adults and 4 babies, it means they're not claiming the beds like they could have. So we're good. But big thing is that they go up. This is important for later. The other is, this one took me a lot more time to figure out. Let me do it. Well, that's fine. These guys will see him go around, get thrown up into the top of this. They eventually go around. It's a little slow, but it's not terrible. They usually do get out of the range within 10 seconds, which is the important number. But again, the point is they go up there upwards, and it's not super ugly. The other way would be a bit better, like visually. But like I said, the important thing was that they go up, and that's going to be the villager replacement and the iron farm replacement. Now, we go back to the other thing. We go here, like so. Okay, let me do... I'm already up here, so we'll do this. I have a baby in here that I didn't want. I must have closed that gate myself. I didn't realize I did that. I need to already kill off the other villagers up here, but whatever. Anyway, so what we're going to do is in this area, once everything's flattened out, I just had a different idea. Different thought, rather. Once this area is flattened out, and I start doing the, and maybe I'll show you an example of that since this is kind of the sub-server design reveal portion. I'll show you the design as far as I've gotten to it. Just a patch over here somewhere or something. But once it's designed a little bit more, I'll end up putting in a kind of a village. Right, now the issue with Minecraft villages as they're generated in the world, which actually I think we have one over here. You can't really see it from too far away because it'll just disappear. But, you know, that's the idea, right? It's just a random smackling of buildings. Maybe one iron golem gets spawned in an area, and then we have problems, right? So, number one, we'll have our own village. The breeder will be down below, hence why it needs to go up. I didn't want to drop them from the top and go down because that would be ugly. It needs to look good, so it'll be hidden underground. And I might have 2 or 3 of them. I'm not sure yet. I need to look up the exact mechanics as far as how villagers claim beds and from how far away. The reason for that is because I don't want it to be overpopulated. So instead of putting the 4 beds outside the farm, I'm going to create a village with a predetermined number of beds. 2 of them will be restricted for the actual people in the farm because they need their own as well. But the others will have separate beds in the actual village. And doing that will allow me to control the population using Minecraft mechanics. They'll never breed more than that number, as long as I can determine exactly how far away I can put a village. So I'll have to see exactly how that works, but that's my goal. I don't know how many, maybe 50 beds, something. It'll be a village, and it's going to have custom houses. What those look like, I don't know yet. But villagers, houses, in the middle of a custom biome. So far, that's the plan. The iron golems are the trickier bit, because iron golems are effective when they're there. But at the same time, they're not always needed. So how do you get them there when they're needed, but not overpopulated? Sending 1 up a day, it's not going to do anything, because you'll still get overpopulated because people sleep all the time. Now, at the same time, some people don't sleep. So what I'm going to do is use a daylight sensor. While it's nighttime, I will have a timer counting down to some degree. Like even Ethos Hopper Clock from a long time ago could be turned off with redstone. So I can have it turned off, except for when it's nighttime, which it'll tick, 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 and then somebody sleeps. So like 1 or 2 blocks will go across the timer. Whereas if somebody stayed through the night, it would go completely. Basically, we're counting through redstone mechanics how long night has existed in a way that persists through days. That means I can literally count the seconds of nighttime and spawn a golem for X number of seconds every night second. So if people sleep all the time, we're going to get 1 every 20 days. If they don't sleep for a night, we'll get 1 that night, which is going to be necessary. Maybe 2 of them. I don't know. We'll have to see. But that's the idea. That way we don't get overcrowded with golems, hopefully. But we also have them around for all the villagers. But worst comes to worst, if all of the villagers die, the breeders are still there. After the nighttime goes away, all of them die. We kill them off, whatever. They just pop back up. As they're dying, babies will pop up out of the ground. And it'll be kind of cool. So we're going to have a living spawn area in a custom biome that has actual iron golems around to defend it. Which I think is a pretty cool idea. The another part of this, I really don't need it, but I'm curious if it would work. I was also doing research on allays. If I had a signal going along for the allays, I could have 1 allay every like 15 blocks. And we'd have like a mystical allay population that collected the iron and the poppies from dead iron golems to drop them off by the blocks that would then be collected. I don't need that. The reason I don't need it is because if we're only doing 1 iron golem every 20 days, if somebody sleeps, all the rest of them are going to the actual iron farm, which will be still be siphoned off and killed and collected and blah, blah, blah. So we don't need it. But I think it would be cool to see the allays everywhere. I think it's a pretty cool idea. I'm liking it so far. Okay, so the other thing, let me go to sleep again. There we go. Stop. Never mind. You're fine. You can burn alive over there. You can stop existing any minute now. You're more than 32 blocks away. You will disappear. I know you will. You're gonna poof in a minute. I think that's 32 blocks away. Maybe it's not. Nope. He's pooped. Okay, we're good. As I was talking about, I don't know. Why is there a second one? There shouldn't be a second one. I'm worried that there's going to be more now. It closed again. Why is it closed again? You're not on the server. Like, I feel like this is a Space Mage prank, but you're not on the server, as far as I know. This also could be a Fox prank, but I don't know how he would do it either. Like, there's not even any redstone or anything around this. Like, there's nothing here that could close the gate. What the frickle frack, man? No. They can do regular doors. They can't do these doors, can they? Or gates? I mean, let alone they can't reach them right now, but that's a different point. Huh. Interesting. Okay then. Well, if it turns back on, so be it, I guess. I'll find a different way to kill these guys. Ah! That's the second time I've done that in like 2 days. Second time I've done it in 2 days. Good thing we have graves now, though. So there's the iron farm that's producing at the moment. All right, so... Oh, right, that's what I wanted to do. I was, like, getting lost for a minute. So as far as designs for some of this stuff, let me get some of my moss blocks and carpets and lights, I guess? Definitely don't need that many. We're not going that far. I don't know, I grab whatever. Don't do it again! Okay, we're good. So we're going to go around this light. Now, one thing that I've noticed about designing, like, for example, if we think about cobblestone and stone and andesite, like, they all have the same color. So you can mix them up in the same wall and actually make it look good. Even though they have drastically different textures. One thing we can't do is do something similar with these guys. Like, if we just mix this up like here, right? I mean, it wouldn't look absolutely terrible, but we need other blocks to mix it up with as well that could blend this green and this green together, because it just doesn't look that great. But got the pieces for it a little easy. What we can do instead is actually create patches of them. And these patches can be random shapes. Wait, let me actually use this so I get my grass back. It doesn't matter the shape of it necessarily, like it's meant to be natural. But we can create just like an area, basically. That's not what I want. And instead of it looking like we're trying to texture the grass and make it look like a material that it's not actually part of, instead we're creating like overgrowth type deals in an area. And it can help mix up in patches the grass. Now, of course, we'll also want to add in like some bushes, some vines, not exactly trees, but actual bushes. We can, of course, throw some of these around just to give it a little bit of depth, that kind of deal. And then, for example, underneath one of them, we could put the light and it would be hidden a little better than just random patches of the carpet right now. And then, like, definitely some vines. So we build a bush, put some vines on it. Maybe a short tree. Something like that, perhaps. Maybe spruce leaves. If we had specifically spruce leaves, they wouldn't change color in the jungle biome. I don't have any right now, or I haven't tested out, but I'm pretty sure they don't. They still don't, rather. I know they didn't used to. For all I know, they do now. But, yeah, and then we have a little bit of a thing. Now, obviously, we also need to make elevation. Some areas need to go down. We need to make hills, blah, blah, blah. And all of that is going to stay in the realm of, you know, the level that we have here. Right now, we're on 71. 72, 73, I think is what I said. Oh, I think I said 72, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did. But any of the hills that come in, we're probably going to go down and come back up, you know, and they're not going to go above that range that I specified. Why do you have an Enderman angry at you right now? Do you want me to kill it? Or are you having fun running? Hi. He's not, they're not, why are you still chasing him? Did you look at him? Oh, there he is. Are you terrified of Enderman? I never did buy the beacons yet either. I gotta do that. I don't know if I have enough diamonds right now. What are they? They're 8 each. So instead of 8 each, they're 8 for 2. So 8, 16. I need 32 diamonds. Do I have that many? I'm not sure if I have that many. Whee! Boop. Nope. Boop. No, I have 8. Alright. Do I have any diamond blocks to break? It does not look like I do. Alright then. I won't be able to buy those yet. Let's see about maybe making a bush. I'm going to see if I can get some other stuff. In the bushes, I don't want to use jungle. I don't like jungle. Maybe I'll try to find, well, it's got to be a greenish block, but not green. It should be brown. It really should be brown. I feel like tree bark is brown. So let's do... What kind of leaves do I have? I don't have any spruce at all. So we'll definitely get some jungle leaves. We'll get some... We'll just use oak, I guess, for now. Maybe we'll change it later. And I'll see if I can get some spruce leaves from somewhere. I need to find one of those biomes, though. Oh, I dug a lot of dirt from this area initially, too. Whee! That's the village. the village. I don't want to go to the villages though. I mean, I don't care, like, as long as the level, the Y level is between the two that I care about, or the transition between the level you want it at and where the border is, like, I don't really care. Where the heck? Oh, that's an... I thought that was somebody's build. I was like, what the heck? Okay. If you want, you can tell me where you want it. I can, like, move things around a little bit. Yeah. Basically. Because if you put it, like, where it is now, like, you can lower it. Yeah, like... No. Yeah, it'll be downhill. What I'll do, basically, is wherever you want yours, I'll create the downhill slope too. And that'll just be part of where I branch out from that level. No matter what, it's going to be above ground, but yeah. I don't have spruce. I need spruce. It like, doing it that way means I'm not exactly the one deciding how high or low something is. Here's a thing about me, and I think you'll appreciate it because it's actually code related. I got it from programming. Everything and everyone is habitual. Meaning there are patterns to everything we do. So when I go over here and start making these downslopes, the hills, there's going to be a pattern to it. We may not be able to see what it is. I might do well enough to fake it, you know, to make it look like it's random, but there will be a pattern. The only true random is to have the variables outside the system affect where things go. You and where you want your shop is a variable that I have no say in. So I have to conform to your choice, and therefore it's more random that way. It's better and more varied, more natural, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I say I got it from programming because programming can't do random. There's no code in existence that can truly do random. Even with keys or seeds of random numbers that the person chooses, it's still not random. Take the dig command, for example. When I was doing the dig command through nothing but StreamerBot, 0, 1, and 2, even though I have it random all the way up to 5, 0, 1, and 2 would come up 80% of the time. 4 and 5 would rarely come up. That's not my doing. That's just how it was. Now I do it through Python, which is a much more developed platform. It's still not random, but now it errs on the side of 3, 4, and 5, just barely over 0, 1, and 2. So I'm like, if I'm going to do, you know, a dig command, it's got to be effective. And I'd rather you guys get more than less for being here. So I chose the Python route, and I send the randomized command to Python rather than doing it right in Streamer. Random cannot exist in any organized system. It just can't. That's why I say I got it from programming. I started to look a lot more into randomness, RNG in general, and that's where I ended up. But I'm going to go down here. And that's why I say also accidents. Accidents are another one of those variables that are outside the control of anything. So, like, as I'm placing leaves, if I'm like, hey, I meant to do it here, but then I place it here on accident, I leave it. Because it's a variable that I don't control. I mean, not directly. So we're going to do, like, bush. Like, I didn't mean to put that in there, but we're leaving it. If we do some kind of a bush here... See, with jungle leaves, it works, but I feel like it needs a different kind of leaf. But, okay, I guess we're building a tree here, too. Maybe not just a tree, maybe just a bush. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, let's not do another. Nice George W. Oh! Oh! Bush. Gotcha. It took my brain way too long to get that, buddy. But, yeah. I did get it before you put it in chat. But that was good, bud. I like that. That was good. That's good. I did. I'm glad you can see it here because you know that I got it before that came in. Anyway. But yeah, no, it's cool. Thanks, bud. It's good to see you, Widow. All right. Yeah. Is there a sound effect for what? My brain going slow? There should be. If there isn't. I don't think there is. I should have like a gear grinding sound or some other way to say that I'm thinking. That or crickets chirping.
You're cute.
Thanks. I always take that as a compliment towards me. It feels like that's why you chose it. Even though it may not exactly be why. Maybe I'm being a little cocky. But I need spruce. I need spruce. Oh! 50-50 chance. All right. Oh! Yeah, I keep forgetting about it is actually what it is. Honestly, it's probably just a rename. I probably just have to rename a file or a class instance, a variable, something like that. It's probably just a missing plug. And, you know. Oh! Why? No, mine works. What's the internal error? Send me a screenshot in Discord. Because mine's working. Or unless you mean it shows but doesn't work. That's different. Hold on. Let me actually see if something works. I immediately assumed you meant it didn't show up. But that's not necessarily what you're talking about. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Never mind. Ignore that. That's not an error code I wrote into the system, but thanks for trying. My error codes are formatted differently. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Sure. I guess I'm gonna have to, Oh, I know it is. Flip it upside down and it's boobies. I'm aware. We used to write it on calculators back in the day. I know you're not nearly as old as I am. Oh, right. I was going to get, let's see if I can get some spruce. I have vines. Let me see if I can get some spruce. If I know where to go. Wait, hold on. Let me look at the map. I'm sure the map has been developed enough for me to locate some spruce somewhere. It's not. Back in my day. I don't know how to say that exactly. Back in my... You gotta have the wheezy voice. Back in my day. Like you've been talking so long it just doesn't work as well anymore. There's some stuff. Let me look at map.zogloria.com. That one's gotta have more info on it for sure. And the interactions I can't actually do anything for right now. That's not something I'll be able to look into at the moment. Hi! But you can put a suggest on there. That is something I want to get working. I'm just not sure what it is at the moment. Where? Dude, where's like a spruce something? Wait, what is this? No, that's... Is that a swamp? Yeah, I think that's a swamp. So we have a swamp. It's on top of a tree, or on top of mountains usually. But I didn't actually have any on top of the mountain I'm on. Around here anywhere. There are no trees. Oh, you know what? Maybe winter got some. Yeah. Let me go into Winter's area. I wonder if he maybe chopped down some trees. If I can, I can assume a way down at least. Here we go. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. He said he's done with this area. Like, he's just got to take it down. So I'm looking around for saplings or whatnot that I can use. Also, I added a mod for no crop trample. I did that after I saw all the trampled stuff in the thingamabob up above my base. The farm and breeder and stuff that you had going. Okay, that's that. By me or torches, it wasn't massively trampled. And not the whole area, like I fixed it, I could find. There were a few torches there on the ground. I don't know if you intended that or not. But there were some torches in the corners. Whoa. Ah, yeah, possibly. Is what a chunk loader? This guy? No, that's a regular old portal. Do you want back up, baby? You can come up. Oh, the egg? I don't know, it might be. I didn't say they were banned. I told you to use them, you know. Use them sparingly. I don't really care. Once the server starts lagging, you better bet I'm gonna find out who is using them and remove them, and then potentially ban them because they would have been getting abused to the point where the server's slowing down. But until that's a thing, oh, that's fair. That's fair. I support Amy in her decisions. Usually she has a reason for doing what she's talking about. Oh. That would be why. And I approve. We will use that as a thing. Hey, try to go to... Actually, let me see if that works before I tell you that. Because it should be a thing that you have access to. Okay, so that did not work. Or it's not allowed. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, what about the regular website? When you log into the regular website, Space Mage, do you see on the navigation bar the admin panel? Can you get into it just fine? Okay. It looked scary. Okay. One of these days... Actually... Do I want to do it today? We'll see about after stream. We'll see about after stream. Are you gonna have a little bit of time after stream, maybe, or you got things to do later? Okay. Let me know when that time is running out. I'm gonna probably not do too long of a stream this time. I've been doing a lot of long streams. I don't want to burn myself out. But yeah, if it gets close, I'd say give me like 20 to 30 minutes maybe. It will jump into a Discord call and I'll walk you through a lot of this admin stuff that you now have access to and what does what, so that way it's a lot less scary. And I'll even do some of the edits myself to see how it reacts, and you know, usually just watching somebody else mess with it removes that fear. Because there's some stuff in here I would like you to like kind of keep an eye on in some cases. Like, I don't know. We'll go through it later. But for now, yeah. For the moment, it's not what the stream is about. I want to go about finding some things. I'm hoping he has some spruce saplings that I can use. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to find some. He does not. It seems like. Alright, I'm not gonna take his ore. Or his singular diamond. He really should get on here soon, though. Okay. So he doesn't seem to have a spruce either. It may end up killing his villagers. We'll see. Because I'm going to end up having a bunch. I am going to make a single area for villagers specifically. Yeah, I don't know if that's supposed to be a loader or something or not. Because it's unnecessary here in the sponge house. I can't even pick it up. I don't know what it's doing. I just can't pick it up. I don't know enough about the loaders. If it got to the point where the server slowed down, I would do research on them to figure it out, but yeah. Really? I know the server pauses, but that's interesting. Is that how that works? Like, is that... I guess that's the basis of the chunk loaders now. Where... Oh. Let me go this way. This, I believe, is the out area. Oh. No, those are oak still. I was like, oh, look, trees. Those are. These are spruce. Awesome. That works out perfectly. I don't know if these leaves actually stay their color anymore, or if they change the color of the biome like, I don't know, other ones do. So give me all of those. We'll see what happens in the area over here. We'll work on it. No, I understand what you're saying. I didn't think about it that way, but I mean, I get it. I just don't know. I was talking about like chunk loaders, if that's how chunk loaders work. Let me put this back because for reasons. All right, let me grow a tree. Of course, I don't have any of the things that I need on me, but that's fine. That's all right. I'll end up doing research at some point, just so I'm familiar with it. All right, let's see what we got over here. Bloop. It looks like they do not actually change. I'll get some shears for proper manifesting of leaves, but I currently have silk touch on my axe, so I do still get the leaves right now. So this should be enough to just kind of test it out, you know? For the moment. And we'll break down the tree because I got more saplings if I need it. Where's my... There you are, spruce leaves. Alright, so, in addition to these, I could do some alterations to them. I don't know if I'm going to like it when they're attached to each other like that. Or if I should just create separate ones and leave them as separate ones. Maybe I use spruce wood as well, because the oak wood is going to be able to be seen a little better from here. Oh, that was an accident, but I don't like the way that looks. Is that better? Okay, we'll do. That's not where I want. Okay. All right, we'll see. I don't know. All right, so what do we like better? Well, they're not the greatest, but I feel like we need some of the green. Some of that green does tie in with this, but what if we don't have large bushes of it? I wonder what it would look like if we just had, like, sparing use of it within each bush. Like that, maybe. That's better. That's better. That might end up being our bush. Because This is a little bit too separated. I don't like the way that looks, really. There's way too much spruce in that one. But this one helps to mix up the bush to make it look a little better. Maybe we use some other different textures as well. The other textures will have the same jungle green, but they won't have the same texture, so that works. So for now, what we'll do, we'll remove these guys, because I don't like them. And then we'll put in a couple of these here. Like so. I hear the other dude, but I don't know where he is. Since this is the entire thing, I'm going to get rid of this whole bush. Alright, so there's that kind of a concept. For the bushes of the area are going to be like that. I'm not 100% on the moss. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with the moss. It's okay, but it's not currently like popping in my brain like, yeah, that's good. You know? Like the bushes kind of did a little. I think the moss needs a little bit more work, but that's fine. I definitely don't want trees. I could do some bamboo. I wonder what. Let me do something. We're gonna try out something else. We'll see what happens. See what something else looks like. Whoa! I didn't mean to do that. I aimed downwards on accident. Okay, no more babies in there. That's good. I want some view and you. Oh, right. Sugarcane has to be planted by water. We can work on that, but we'll see. Alright, so then, since bamboo can be planted anywhere, let's do, like, a tiny one. Oh, wait, let me get some string. Not anywhere on ground, at least. Let me get some string to prevent growing. I don't think it's going to stop it from converting from what it is now into anything else. Because I think it'll still convert as if it tried to grow, but not 100%. So we're going to try it anyway. We'll see if that changes into an actual stalk. Oh, somebody converted. That's what that was. And then we can have another one there and there, maybe. And we'll see if they convert. They probably will, to be honest. They probably still will convert. But we'll find out. The other thing I wanted to see is maybe if we did need... I heard it! Oh. Really? But I don't want these here! I left him out on purpose! Oh, they will say, though, that's a good randomization option. That's actually good. I like that. It does give me the ideas. Computer optimization could be another. That's the, I did want that, but not exactly like that. They give me some vines. I forgot we have regular bushes now, too. I don't want flowers. Unless they're this flower, which is kind of interesting. Or the leaves. I don't like the leaves either. So let's get these guys back. We'll start with these, I think. I will need water. That's what I got initially. Let me get an extra bouquet. And we'll fill it up with water as well. So that way I can do an infinite water source down here somewhere. So far, they haven't grown, which is good. I thought they converted over into an actual stock before they grew. That actually seems to be working. That's good. Because then we can do, like... Oh, wait, let me do this. That, and then we'll do that. And that. Okay. Then we can put back the dirt. I don't think sugarcane can go here. Yeah, I think you can only go there. We'll do a 2 high sugarcane. Dang it! Dang it, again! It put back my rockets! Seriously? It keeps doing that. It's really driving me nuts that it keeps doing that. It's one of the main reasons I still have this here. Oh, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet! Alright. I need my string back. Give me my string again. You can! It unlocks itself. I still didn't grab freaking rockets, though. Jeez, I'm an idiot sometimes. Alright, let's do this. I'll go get my rockets in a minute. Amy! Hi, Amy! How are you? Still didn't get freaking rockets. But I can. But now they're all unlocked. I don't know why they are, but they are. Oh, wait, I died! That actually makes sense. Never mind. I'm not going to blame that on the mod. That makes sense. It's legitimate that it would, you know, do that. Well, I would give you a soda, but I don't have one. And I also don't know where you are, and I also can't get to you easily. So, none of that is going to happen. So, you know. Let me get rockets. Again. Oh, I'm going to need to get more rockets. Okay. I have some more paper, but I can definitely get more paper. We still have the sugar cane. Sugar cane! Give me more sugar cane. Or paper, I mean. And then I have been killing creepers while I'm digging, so I actually have a decent amount of those guys. The rockets! Boom! Okay. So now, boom, 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 boom. There we go. Again, baby. Why do I have crafting tables? Are you throwing me random stuff? Is that you? Or is that just something else happening? Something's glitching. I don't know what it is. Okay, there's... No, it was, well... What did you say? Oh, apparently it was your call to say that portal chunk loaders are not allowed, but the personal ones are. Okay. There's so much modding going on that I don't even know about things. My mods are awesome. There's a new one that only works when a person's online. According to Space Mage, I want to do research on them. But if that's true, then I don't mind those. Those are fine. If it's a permanent load, I do understand not letting that one happen. Yeah. Yeah. They should be managed now. But anywhoozle. Also, Amy, after stream, I'm going to get into a Discord call with Space Mage. I'm going to show him some admin stuff. I would like you to be there, but I also know, you know, I know you're busy and you have a lot of things to do. So I don't know if you're going to be available after stream for a little bit or not. But I'm going to run Space Mage through some stuff anyway. Oh, I got rockets now? I do have rockets now. Let's keep going. Woo! Okay. I mean, no worries either way. I just, I know you've been crazy busy and stuff. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Next week, okay. Here, actually, school started last Thursday, I think. So, yeah, definitely a busy time for sure. Oh, let me get. I was going to do this. We're going to put on some vines to kind of make it look okay. There's probably going to spread a bunch more. I'm surprised that actually worked. I didn't know if that would work or not. But we got these guys around, right? So that's a general idea. It's a concept, right? There's a lot of different elements in there, and I don't know if I like so many of them being in there. But those are a lot of the elements I'm considering for inclusion in the biome ideas. So I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so I have another idea that I was going to do. I was thinking a little bit about like the design of pretty much everything, really. While I was working on all these things mindlessly, listening to an audiobook. It's kind of therapeutic almost to listen to an audiobook and just dig. So it's pretty cool. I never used to do audiobooks, but you know, I've listened in the past 6 months to a year. I've probably listened to like there's grass, which got more grass. I have all the dirt I need. All 3 of these are filled with dirt, so I can get rid of my dirt. I have my trash can. I don't know if any of you noticed this or not, but I got a trash can there. Put the stone there too, and then I'm gonna do that. Wood. I need the wood. Nice. Very nice. Good deal, Amy. Good deal. I was mentioning he asked me like if I did it or if I knew who. I didn't. But yeah, I was like, I eventually want to open them up anyway. So anything that can get destroyed should probably move anyway. I don't know when it's going to happen, but if nobody else does it in a while, I'm going to end up opening up all the portals because I do want them all open. My tea is empty, and I'm going to need another drink in a minute. But I don't have to go very far for it. All right, so let me see if I can get some stuff. I'll get some snow. Well, I'll use this stone. I should use the right stone right away, because if it's good, I'm not going to get rid of it. This will be my scaffolding block, though. This is the one. So I'll use these guys mainly. Of course, I put them away again. At least I caught it this time. It's these and torches, I think, are the ones that I didn't get to save. Yeah. Alright, so let's do this side first as just an example of what I kind of want to do for the portals. Because I know portals are being weighted on a little bit, and they're kind of sticking out. They're becoming sore whatevers in the area. Now, it's probably better to do with ghasts. I don't know. Ghasts are fine, but I still don't like them for one reason or another. I don't use them for much. I should. I probably will, because they're definitely easier than the alternative of what I want to do. Come, all right, we'll use them. We'll use them. Come here, dude. I should get used to it because they are handy. Oh, you can look it back in the beginning of it, but my shift thing that you made fun of, Amy, is actually working. If I tap it, you see in the bottom left-hand corner? If I tap it, the turtle means I'm sneaking. But if I hold it for any length of time, even if I'm sneaking now, it lets go. I haven't fallen, actually. It's actually really good. I've fallen more without it than I ever have with it. Like, seriously. Especially while I was trying to get used to it. If nothing else, it's good to get people used to the tap without accidentally falling off. So if you're used to the hold, you can use this to get used to the tap and then remove the mod and switch it over. Because you'll be used to it. It protects against you. You're like, oh crap! Oh yeah, I don't have to hold it. And then tap it and we're good. Because before, when you held it, you'd like bounce. It's crazy. I know I'm moving a lot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's sitting in my lap. Because I'm in a chair now. I have a proper work desk station stream thing now. Anyway. Come here, you! Alright, cool. I did get you. Right. I have my thing on, so as long as once I go far enough away, it'll snap. I should collect it all. There we go. Okay, got it. Cool. Now, let's do this in another way. We'll do just one there, one there. I'll show you what I'm doing here in a second. I don't know how far out I want. Oh, I guess they can go out a little more. That one can stay a little close. I don't want to trap. Ah! I don't want to trap myself. Get back on him. There we go. Okay. And then we'll do one right close. Alright, and then we'll do, let's see, we got a few of them. This one will be a little lower. That one will be higher, which I'll do afterwards. And this one will be a bit more on the low side. And then this one, I want to be higher. This one will be a little lower. This one will be a little lower. And that one will be even. We'll make that even. Okay. So, what we're going to do now, what these represent are tiny islands of a sort. I said that was going to... Winter! What's up, Winter? Winter! Welcome in, bud. Because some of these will be higher, some of them won't be. At the end of school, you're welcome! Or something? I don't know. It's when I start. Deal with it. I can't do it. Well, I can do something about it, but I won't be doing something about it. Anyway, so I'm going to have... We're just going to make simple shapes for now. Because reasons. That was kind of mean. I don't mean that I wouldn't want to. I just mean I got a work schedule too. I know. I realized the way I was saying that was kind of almost dickish, really, but you know. And then we'll do it here. And then we'll go. Better to be a dick than how I was. Alright, you're gonna... I think I said this one was gonna be up a little, so we'll make it up this much. And then we'll make this one go down a bit here. And then we'll make this one go down too. And this might change a little, but the concept will hopefully be there. I hope. And then this one will be over here. We'll make it a smidge lower. Just barely any bit smaller. Yeah, hi, thanks. I don't want to suffocate myself in a block, which apparently you can do now with these guys. That's probably not enough of them, but we're going to go to the end now. I'm actually using a ghast. You do got to get used to it. It is handy, I know it is. Do it this way. Alright. Then we'll go all the way back, and I'll go up. I guess I should probably leash him somewhere, but I want him leashed elsewhere, because I don't want him on that platform anymore. So, do I have... I'm going to break off just like a corner of this, because reasons. Thank you. I'm going to put it down, and I'm going to leash him over here. I don't think it was meant to be mining exactly, but... No! Come back! Nailed it! There we go. Alright, now you're farther away from things. So, what we can do now, I don't want to, but I want to get the look of it, kind of, you know? Ah! Oh, now I fall. Just because Amy's here, I fall. It's all Amy's fault. It's the first time I've fallen with this daggone mod I made. Okay? First friggin' time. I can't get to it right now. It's all her fault. I swear it is. Oh, she won a prize. That's cool. Granted, to be fair, everybody falls when they're sneaking anyway. So do this. Can't quite reach that one. Got that one. Yep. Okay. Okay. So now, if we take a look at these a little bit more critically, and I expand upon them with, say, the same materials I use here, we'll have smaller floating chunks of debris, or chunks of earth. I'll definitely have to redo this because each of them will have to be bigger, and with that, they're going to be too big to, like, reasonably... They're just too close. If I make them too big, they're too close. But the concept is there. Where you'll have floating blocks that resemble smaller versions of this guy. And on the last one, the farthest one out, will be the portal. Maybe? I haven't tried. I don't do a whole lot with happy ghasts. That'd be a Space Mage question. Space Mage could probably pull that off if it's possible. I'm not much for ghasts in general. At least not yet. I'll say not yet, because usually I just need more practice with them. Gotcha. I'm gonna sleep. Oh, goodness. Okay. Although, honestly, you probably just need a single piston. Honestly. You only need one thing in the way. That's not what I wanted. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. All right, so those are a couple of my ideas that I have. For those of you who may or may not have missed it, may have or did miss it. You're welcome for the complications. You can look back in the YouTube video. There will be one. There is one. It's being recorded now, actively. ditch the old one when you're done? You can't, like, you have to find the dried husks when you want them, right? Or can you breed them now? Aren't they not common? Oh. So that's how the ghasts in the nether end up so angry. Because of ghast vending machines. That's what happens. That's why they're all like, now we kill all the people who threw us away. Anyway, so before, when I was digging everything, right, one of the biggest issues, and by the way, I already showed Space Mage and it's earlier in the video, but I broke my High King's pickaxe and I'm sad about it. But I did have my backup that I had when I collected the High King stuff. I wanted to show that off because it's something else. It's another design element I forgot to mention about. That's what this whole stream is actually supposed to be about. Well, most of it at least. But this, for people who don't remember, some of the earliest streams on this server were about story, and this was made because Space Mage had asked at one point if he can make the lore for the server. I don't know if he still wants to. I'm not going to hold him to that. I'm just saying that's where this came from. Initially, this is the first result of that thing. And I had forgotten about it until I started to uncover it. And that's where you just go down here and blah, blah, blah. There's a whole thing. There was a riddle or something. I had to do a thing in order to open the stairs. And then you go down and there's a whole book about things here. Right? And then once you read this, you push the button, this sand drops, and then you go into here and there's a whole big throne about it and everything. It's kind of cool. And it's a very, very cool concept. And this was a hidden room. I didn't even know. I didn't open it at the time. But for those of you in the Discord, I put a screenshot in there of this guy who I didn't have access to. Like at all. I didn't even, it wasn't even here. Or that's not what I meant. It's been here the whole time. I didn't find it. I should say it that way. I'm wording improperly again. It's a Xogue thing. Deal with it. So when I was digging around, I accidentally broke some redstone, and I realized this big old addition to the side that I had never been in before. And I was going to give it back secretly, not so secretly, put big flashing signs up and everything about, use your pickaxe back. But I didn't. But I will, but I didn't. But yeah, so like this was meant to be that room. It's just a thing, right? And it was down by the building. It was actually near, it was, I think in the chest to the left of the sugarcane farm, I think is where I got it from. It's somewhere in that area, one of those chests in that general area, I believe. Yeah, I accidentally broke it, and I am sorry. Really, I am. I broke the redstone. I didn't even know it was there until, you know, I opened this up, and I was like, from the outside. And, yeah, I was like, I need to figure out how to get in there. So that's when I dug down here, and as I was digging, I broke some redstone. I was like, uh-oh. I might have to mine through it. But then I did find the secret little button. There was a test button you had down here that most people put in the redstone to see if a door works. I found that button. And that mechanic wasn't fully broken. So I hit the button and it opened the door. Though when it did, it removed some of the blocks. Or not removed, it was missing some of the blocks in the floor. I think it was these two. So this is how it ended up after I was done with everything. And I was like, oh, well, that's unfortunate. Oh, those are slabs. Maybe those weren't the one? I don't know. Oh, they are. That's right. I only put top slabs on there because I didn't need full ones. So that's a thing. Also, I need to put some kind of a nest up on the island so that we can move our egg. Our dragon needs his own little cave, and he's going to get one. But until then, I can't move it. Kind of. In a way. In a way. I haven't moved the withe or the withy yet. The withy are very rare, you see. We must keep them. We must keep them around. Because the withy is here. But, you know. He probably won't stick around, to be honest. He probably won't. But I will say, this is going to stay, though. That's why it's here. There you go. Important mementos. Mementos. There's words. And not Mentos. That's a good candy, but that's not what I'm talking about. Probably because you place the soul sand after the head or something. I don't know. Like, if you put these three there, put the heads on, and then you do that, then I don't think he turns into one. Oh, okay, that's tricky too. Gotcha. That's cool. Clever. Clever. But anyway, so what I wanted to do, Space Mate, since you're actually here, can I alter this? Because I want to tell you my plan for this place. I told you a little bit, but I didn't go that far. I'm going to tell you what I want to do. You built it, and I want to make sure you agree with this. I'm going to end up cutting out, I think, the staircase that goes down, so it runs closer to in here. Why would I get mad? He's about to mad? I don't know. But what I want to do is actually cut this down. I want to take out the stairs so it runs closer to this. That's fair, and I do apologize for that. I do. We'll talk later if you really want to go through all the work of putting some of it back. You can, but let me do the other stuff first, and then we'll see if you want to bring back the true other stuff. Yeah, I gotcha. But basically what I want to turn this into is going to be a bit of a... I don't want to say a cave, because that's not exactly accurate. Like an overgrown underground structure, in a way. This might be one of the exceptions for what is above the ground. I don't know yet. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. We'll have to see. But what we're going to do, basically, is once I figure out how to design the outside, that's what I want it to look like. An overgrown cave entrance, almost, or some kind of an entrance to this place. So this will be normal. That's going to be straight because we have a story to it. It's cool. Even though it kind of puts me in there, it makes me look like if he wrote this, he's a cocky, you know what I mean? He's the hero. He's the high king. But, I mean, I am the streamer, and they can think what they want. So, you know, all you got to do is be like, you didn't write it. But I'm going to extend outwards in a couple of locations, probably downwards, so I don't have to build a structure all the way around it, but it'll go downwards more underground. And it will lead into two directions. One of those directions... One of those directions is for raiders. When people raid me, we're going to have, you know, like a lot of streamers do that. If you raid me, you get like a placement somewhere. The other side is going to be for, I don't know if I'm going to do strictly Patreon or maybe some other kind of something. But we'll see. Some like subs or Patreon supporters will be the other side, and we'll be putting hallways in for that kind of thing. Okay, no worries. So I can change my mood. Okay. I hope you can change your mood. Well, the way you say that make it sound like changing your mood is a good thing. So, you know, I assume it would be a good thing to change your mood. Also, I do want to look at some kind of a plugin for all of this, because I do not want Enderman to keep stealing my blocks. They're stealing them and putting them all over the place. Hey, you! Hey! Don't be barky. I'm streaming. Don't be a barky boy. Oh, that's right. There we go. Okay, no worries. Little pissy? You're not allowed to be pissy. Go do your thing. Also, I'm sorry that you're pissy. My attempts are just to cheer you up. I hope it works. No. Stop. What do you want? Why are you barking at me? This stuff needs to go. Well, I don't know. I don't know what needs to go. This stuff needs to something. No. 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 Come here, baby. I'm going to get rid of that pillar because it shouldn't be there. I wonder if I can land on it. I'm going to try a couple times to land on it. If it doesn't work, I'm going to make a bunch of ladders. Because I guess I could mine into the middle of it. I don't know. We'll see if I can land on it. That's the easiest way. Bark, bark. Hi, puppy. Yep. Amy's saying hi. Whoop. Oh, you know what? I guess I could do happy gas stuff. Huh? Let's see if this works. Ha! Holy crap, I did it! Yes! Professional flyer! Right here! This guy! Shush. He's a professional barker. I'm a professional flyer. That never happens. There's actually a clip of how bad I am at flying. Excuse you. Excuse you. He's loud in his bark. Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm gonna pick you up. Come on. I don't want to drown, even though I have, like, stuff. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Hey! I'm gonna have to come get you, aren't I? You're not gonna come closer to me, are you? No, you're not. You're barking at a lot of things, and I don't like it. Okay, I'm gonna go burps for a second. I gotta get a drink anyway. Yeah, and I'm gonna get him and figure out what he's barking at and see if I can stop it, and or bring him here, or both. I guess that and or doesn't matter. I'll be right back.
How long do you think you'll last in this world? 474,655,000 seconds. Hey V, what's up? I really have no idea, Tim. It's like a first attempt being back into a hardcore world. So it could be a very... Cool. I like it. Why is the spider over there? Hey, spider. How about you get shot in one of those, I would say, pretty little red eyeballs, but, you know, maybe not. Ooh, that was a nice shot. I'm usually a decent shot with a bow, but maybe...
It's going well. It's nighttime, and I need to go to sleep. And I'm going to try to go here. That's not the right place for me. Ah! Woo! Oh. Oh. So how's it going?
How long do you think you'll last in this world? 474,655,000 seconds. Hey V, what's up? I really have no idea, Tim. It's like a first attempt being back into a hardcore world. So it could be a very... Wait, what? Why? Oh. Where are you? Wait. The heck are you going? You realize it's nighttime, right? This guy's...
Okay, back down we go. That's... Oh. Well, there goes that hardcore world.
Here, which we can use. Oh, whoa, whoa. Dude, he jumped up. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. That's a bad idea. Oh, let's put some of this other stuff away. Missed by about 3 or 4 blocks. Easy to do. Yeah. Oh my God.
Hello. I'm back. I'm a little closer now. I'm adjusting so my butt don't hurt so much. I got a new chair and it's not comfortable. I got a seat cushion coming, blah, blah, blah. Welcome back. But anyway, so I'll probably end up scooting back in a bit. Second spine. Yeah. I could use one of those. All right. Anyway, so, but yeah, that's what I wanted to do with all of the things around here. I've done this guy. Described that one. I've describbled, I know I did that one, but that was the last thing I did. What was the other thing I did design-wise? I forget now. My face did get bigger. Yep. I zoomed in on it. I figured you weren't seeing it close enough. Oh, that. Right. And that was the other idea for the portals, all of which, I don't know how much that's going to happen off stream, but I'm just going to design stuff. I just play, you know. I don't always have time or the means to stream it, but it is what it is. Now, of course, we still have this guy here. So why waste coal or whatever? Like, I understand coal is super abundant. I have ridiculous amounts of it myself. But why not just use redstone carts? I'm just curious. But anyway, so I've done those are the big things I really wanted to describe or do or whatever. Oh, eventually, that is one thing I didn't mention. There was a few things I wanted to. I'm glad I remembered this one. I don't know where it's going to happen yet. Oh yeah, I forgot I have shaders. Oh, okay. Interesting. Do both. Do redstone and the thing. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's I would say an inside joke, but it's pretty easy to describe. I was shooting arrows at him while he was making it, so it's no longer an inside joke. Anyway, All right, so what we're going to do with the villagers that I described, the town... Ow! I was looking at stuff. I was doing things. You did that once when I wasn't paying attention and knocked me off the cliff. Yeah, I knew it was you. I just dealt with it and flew away because, yeah. But one of the things we're going to do with the villagers is we're going to have the librarians. And we're going to have all of that set up. Everything that you can make for all of the armor, you know, all the enchantments, all the everything. Right now, we don't have the data pack on. I didn't know they turned it into one, but I did know that after looking things up. But we don't have the one on that makes them rebalanced, which means we don't have to go to a different biome to get certain books. So we're going to leave that off because I kind of want my villagers to be predictable, and I don't want to have to search over the entire world to get all the enchantments I want. Even if it is just super easy to get them with that, you know, other stuff. Let me put this stuff away. I knew I took all of them. Put you guys away. Put you here. You can go in here. You can go over here. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, that or you shot an arrow at me. I don't know. But probably. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, no, that was the reason for it. I was going to be like, oh, what is he doing? That's weird. I'm going to run away. And then I stopped. I was like, arrow charge off the cliff. Or wind charge off the cliff. Whatever it's called. And then I turned around and then I ran at you and then I shot with it. But arrows. So, yeah. Didn't kill you. I knew it wouldn't. I wasn't actually going to murder you or anything, you know. More cool. Alright, so... Right, sleep time. How kind. Indeed. I am a very kind person for not murdering you after shooting me off a cliff. I mean, honestly, I really am. I don't even remember what so we're gonna have the whole shebang over here. Over here. The whole setup, where all your equipment, all your everything. I don't know where, but in the lore of the village, unless Space Mage wants to take it back over the mantle for that, I'll be creating at least tiny little lore snippets so certain elements make sense. Like, why is there going to be a standalone building inside this village that gives us all the good stuff? Well, they're going to be the Elder Council or something. You know, one of those traditional, because I'm sure a lot of people have done that excuse. Just some kind of a title like that, where they have a reason for being secluded. They are the masters of their trade, you know? Although the librarians are going to have like 25 masters of their trade because there's a lot of enchantments. But you get the idea. That's the concept. As far as where it's going to be built, I don't know yet. But I'm going to look into... I don't know exactly where. I want to build something that's higher. Part of me wants to use like this and leave it cliff-like. But I don't know yet. I guess I'll decide the location and exactly what I build a little later on once I actually get closer to doing that. And if nobody has claimed this little area, maybe I'll claim it for the village elders or whatever. But I'm not 100% sure exactly. I know there will be a building for them at some point. And yeah. Now you mentioned the cave entrance. Which one are you talking about? The one I described here? Or the big one over here? Because it depends on which one you're talking about as to what my answer is going to be. Obviously. It probably will. Like, it's going to be torn down a lot more. And the reason for that is the design of the spawn is kind of like what I explained here. A little more detail in the actual Discord chat. But it's going to be basically, like, for example, let's just say you wanted to use this area for your plot, right? Let me actually get down there with my actual body, yeah? Because this will be a lot easier to set, right? Say, hey, I want to use this space for my plot. I told you elevation doesn't exactly matter outside the border. Inside does, but outside it doesn't exactly matter. As long as it looks... Yeah, I did actually just tell you, didn't I, Space Mage, about, 63 to 72? I need to change the sign, I think. Because I believe, and you can reread it if you want, I believe that may have changed with the message I put in the chat. I don't think I specified that, and I didn't want to. I wanted to remove restrictions, not add them. I felt like I was adding them. But I believe what I intended for the restriction was as long as the terrain looks like it's natural. So naturally, if we go up to this, that's not natural. There's no way to go from this edge of the border, right, all the way up there and have it look natural. It's just not going to. Even Minecraft mountains don't do that. So there is an elevation. There is a height limit, kind of, but it's not as specific as saying it has to be between 63 and 72. It just needs to look natural. So anything outside of this, I forgot that I don't have my mining over here. I stole the beacon that was over here, but I think Space Mage actually put. So as long as you're going and being like, okay, well, right outside the border is allowed. You can build right here. This is okay to build, right? And then you can be like, okay, now we'll put some stuff on top of it and be like, okay, you know, it looks somewhat natural-ish. So, like, it's okay. You know, and it's a little outside that, but it's okay. You know, it's like, okay. Can I get up to there? No. If I wanted that close to the border, that's probably about as far as you can go. If you want it that high, you'll have to back up more. So the further back you go, the easier it will be to make the terrain look nicer, and therefore you can go higher in the air. That's kind of my intent behind what I've been saying about all this stuff. I just want spawn to look really good. And part of the reason for that is I want it to look good. But also, like, if people join their server, I want them to be impressed. I want them to look at what they're seeing and get inspired by what spawn is. It doesn't matter if I build it or you do. I just want it to look good. All right, so there's that, and then we'll do this. And then, like, we can be like, okay, that's somewhat natural. It makes sense that a slope like this could exist. Right? And like, okay, that's cool. And then somewhere out here, you're like, oh, okay, this is a much bigger platform. And from down below, it looks like it can work. Now, I may say something like, that looks ugly as crap because it's a mixture of dirt and stone. I would rather you have stairs to it, or I would rather you have this or that or this, or, you know what I mean? But make it believable. Make it look like it could have been there in the world. Instead of what I turned it into, which is a big monstrosity of what the crap is that wall as I was digging, you know? So can you technically have a mountain like this? Eventually. You'd have to go far enough back to make it look natural, but yeah. Can you have a mountain this close? A mountain that high, this close to the border? Not realistically. But ultimately, build it. Build it before you make your shop or whatever it is you want to make around spawn. And then ask me, be like, hey, does this look good enough? I'll be honest. I'll be honest. And if you want me to help you make it look better, that's fine too. But, you know, I hope that makes sense. I was saying something else, I think. I mean, if it's a wizard tower. I just meant don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 248, 249. Okay, 249. It's not 250 blocks. He said 250 was not okay and stupid. Now it's 249, so we're going to leave it just like this and it'd be done. Like, you know what I'm saying. If you can actually make a 249 block wizard tower look good, I still won't say anything. I don't think you can. And like I said, I'll be honest, if it looks terrible, I probably won't say, hey, that looks terrible. But I will tell you if I don't like it. The way I see it, there are a lot of restrictions for around spawn. Somebody clip that. That should be clipped. I don't even know how to clip right now. I don't know how it works. I need to make a command that automatically clips it, honestly. I really do. I need to make a clip command. Put that into a suggest. Make a clip command. I know Twitch has them. I should be able to trigger it easily enough with a command. I just need to go and find. Anyway, excellent. That was excellent. But anywho, my only real point is just that, yeah, the villagers will have their own idea. That's the basic idea of how to build something right around spawn. That was the other idea. I feel like there's something else I was missing too. The water features, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I do know, like, these aren't going to stay cliffs. They're going to go gradually down into the water. That's why the height is 63, which is this level here, to 72 or whatever inside. But yeah, that's the basic idea. This mountain is getting huge. But I'm also digging into... Oh, right! That's what we were talking about. I didn't know which cave he was talking about. If he was talking about that, I guess you were talking about yours. Or if you're talking about this. Now, you asked me at one point, Space Mage, if we were keeping this. It's not exactly about keeping or not. It's about purpose. For this, that's what I care about. Because this is outside the boundary. One way to make it look like it belongs is to leave the terrain short, but build a big building. Now, my initial thought for this was, I want to see somebody turn this into a mall. I want to see a 2-story mall in the place of this building, or this mountain. I think that would be cool as heck, but I'm not going to build it. Anybody else can build anything they want there. That's not my call. The way I see what happens around this area, and granted, I will make certain decisions. Like, I'm not saying I'm never going to say anything about the surrounding area or anything like that. But it's never going to only be my call. Inside the border, that's mine. Outside the border, it's everybody's. That is a very weird sound. So if somebody else says, hey, I want to build this thing here. Okay. Make it look good. Bottom line. Like I said, I don't have to be the one to make it look good. I don't care. I feel like the server spawn is like the advertisement for people who might want to join the server. And if this is where I'm developing and building, this is where I am all the time. So when I'm streaming, this is what people see. It looks like crap now, sure. But once it starts to be developed a lot more, it's going to look awesome. And people are going to be like, I want to sub just to join into that server spawn for one time. I'm okay with that. So, yeah, it's just one of those deals. Outside the border, is up to whoever gets to it first. Within reason. If one person is like, I'm going to build one big, long building all the way around. No. Okay, I'm going to nix it. Okay, it's got to be shared. It's got to be everybody putting in for this thing. But within reason, whoever gets to it. Yeah. If 2 people do, that's when I'll step in and, I don't know, make a tiebreaker. What is your idea? What is your idea? We'll go with that one. But, in any case, that's the concept. There was something else I was going to say, and I don't remember what it was. Now. I derailed myself this time. You better not start barking. I don't remember what it was. Oh well, I'll move on. Maybe it'll pop back into my head. So one of the ideas I had was for the water. I don't have an actual idea of what's going into the water, but I did want to do something with it because I like water. And there's going to be some kind of an underwater something. Like, it's gonna have a purpose. I just don't know what that purpose is right now. That's a crafting table. That has vines on it. That's fun. But for now, what we're going to do is probably just make it beachfront. Like, we'll just dig down to 63 all the way around here and make the terrain, like, level up. That's what it was. Everything outside is yours. Everything inside is mine, with exceptions, because I will authorize people to build things inside as long as it fits what I want for it. And basically that means we're like, hey, I want to build this thing here, blah, blah, blah. What does it provide to spawn? Why is it there? What's there? Blah, blah, blah. I'm saying a lot of blah, blah, blahs. Okay. And yeah, I'm talking it to death. I know. I'm sorry. I got like a lot of words in my head that I feel like I need to get out, and it just happens that way. I apologize. Woosah. I will control myself. I'm done with all of that. You understand what I'm saying. Can I put games around spawn too, or will we have further out gaming districts since games will be harder to make into good-looking natural buildings? It's a good question. I will... On one hand, I don't really care. On the other hand, I think all the games should be in the same place. If games are spread out, they won't really... Like, you'll never get to all of them, right? If it feels more like you're going to a carnival or a festival or something, you're more likely to be like, oh, we'll try this one, then we'll try this one, then we'll try this one. You know, otherwise you'd be like, oh, I want to go do the boombox, like old school. It's old school now. I don't know. It happened a while ago at this point. Old school Tango Tech did one of his times. You know. But yeah, I think we'll say right now, decision to be disclosed, or location to be disclosed. But I do think grouping them together will be good. So wherever we build the first is where the rest go. We'll make that decision. But as far as location, that can be up to debate. As soon as somebody finds a decent place for one, then we can look into that. But it probably should be a little bit away from spawn at the very least, just because, like you said, some games are really hard to make look good. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Alrighty, Roo. Also, I did get this guy. He's going to end up being for the farm that I had. That's why he's there. He's going to be for the iron farm that I got. He was actually, like, I came over here one of these times to put when I was putting all the grass in here. which I never flew around all this area. I'll probably fly around so you can actually see what it looks like from closer up. But yeah, I came over here at one point. No. No. Hey. He's barking again. Of course he is. What else is there? But I came over here and we had one of the patrols were here. And I'm like, okay, there's only 2 of them here. Hey. No. No. Do you want it? Huh? You know what? I know you'll get a piece of this. I know you'll want a piece of this one. You won't pass this one. This is good old jerky right here. Yeah, that's right. You gotta come get it. You can have it, but you gotta come get it. I know you smell it too. I smell it. It's good jerky, dude. You're lucky I'm giving you any of it. I shouldn't be rewarding you for barking, but right now I don't want to get up. Come on. It's right there. You can have it. Okay. I will pick you up, but you're staying up here. Yeah, maybe she did. Maybe she would. Anyway, so I came over here and I saw a couple of patrols here. There was 2 of them, no banner guys. So I was like, I could kill them. And then I paused. I was like, wait. Number 1, where's your other group? Number 2, I want to save one. So I looked around a little bit. I found his friends, 2 of them, neither had banners. So I'm assuming maybe the last one fell and died. But they were up here. And so I just stood like right. Whoop, of course, there's the tap thing. I stood like right on this block here. And I was able to get an angle on him. So he broke his crossbow literally in place. I landed here and just let him shoot it until it broke. Then I went down, put water below, dropped him off the edge, collected him in a boat, moved him over here. That's why he's there. Welcome home. And that's why we have that guy. That's why he's there. So, you know, that's fun. And that's when I got the idea. Is like, I will eventually want some kind of a more stable iron farm and villager farm. So he can be from my iron farm. It'll be fine. Cool. You know? But anyway, so that's the thing. Welcome back. Yours is. It is, but I meant stable as in works well and... Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Works well and looks good as part of the theme for the central area. That's what I mean by stable. And isn't 300 blocks in the sky. Correct. That would be correct, yes. Also that. Why do I hear one of the thingamabobbers? There you are. I knew it was somewhere. Yeah. I just talk too much in some cases. I'm still working on how to not talk in circles, because I know I do it. I don't always realize that I'm doing it until it's far too late. So, hence me talking in circles. And then after a while, I was okay, control myself. Because when I think, I don't do that so much. I get this way at work too, when I'm like super amped up and like hyper. And I do the same thing to them, and I can see their eyes glaze over, like, and I'm like, this is terrible. I wish I could just stop the habit, just no more. But it's really, really hard to break. It really is. I actually got it from earlier streaming too, because being a new streamer, and my face is a lot better now. Yes, this is where I will stand a lot of times, or sit a lot of times. But sometimes I need to, like, readjust my buttocks from getting sore. So I'll lean forward. And that's why it actually looks like I'm so far away from here, rather than, like, zoomed in or whatever. Yeah. So. Locked in versus not locked in. I don't know what you're saying about that one. I missed that one. Hi! You're a dick butt. That was a bad word. Why is this here? It definitely adds some weird ambiance. I forgot that was still here. I forgot that was still on. That's nice. Maybe we'll leave it for posterity. The flies command, I think. Well, no, I think I turned off the flies command, actually. Which, by the way, not a punishment. I still love KV. I just don't want to... I don't want to, like... I don't know. I feel like when there's custom things made for you in a channel, it's almost... Like, it's almost like... I don't know. Like, in a way, pushes you to be there more. Oh, 56 seconds! Jeez, that is a lot. But anyway, so I kind of went through a bunch of stuff. Those of you who may have missed it, you know, take a look. I am going to look at raiding, because we're going to do here. I need to look into who to raid. And Linksy, no, not this time. Molly Berry, maybe. Oh, Luke Craig. I didn't even follow Luke Craig. Why are you not followed? I can't believe I didn't follow him. That's weird. I rated him last time. All right, let's look at Emikayu. I don't even know what that is. I feel like I said that horribly wrong. Does anybody have anybody they want to raid? I guess I should ask that first. Because I don't have anybody specifically I would raid. But we'll find somebody. Nobody's? Okay. Graceless. It's not showing me anybody. Oh. Luminessa. This is somebody who followed me from one of the other person's streams. They followed me, like I raided, and then they followed me from it. So I think we're going to raid them as well. I think we'll do this. Luminessa is her name. I believe it's a her. That sounds bad to say. Pretty sure. I feel terrible for that. I really do. But Luminessa. I'm going to go like right after stream if you guys are available. Like I'll probably go directly onto it. Luminessa, where's my, okay, let me do it here. Set target. Luminessa. Aha, good deal. Okay, cool. I mean, it'll be a couple minutes downtime, I assume, just because, you know, I'm going to do post-stream cooldowns and stuff. So it'll probably be, let's say 20 minutes from the time the raid hits. So basically, like 20 minutes from now. That should give us all enough time to kind of settle down and do whatnot. Okay. All right. So we got that set. Now we'll do, if I do that. Does it work? It does. It seems to work. Cool. Alrighty. So we're going to close this one. And... Alright, so there we go. Let's see, it's about ready? Yeah. So, thank you guys for being here. I love you guys. All the good stuff. We're going to do the raid, and then, yeah. I got some stuff. Let me see. It does this follow. Let's do this one. This one. That's choice. Alright. Alright. Well, I'll see you guys next week. Monday, I guess. I always want to say, like, hey, I might do it earlier, blah, 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 but I never end up actually streaming an extra day. I need to work on that, because I want to add in another stream in a week, but now's not the time to talk for that. Talk about that. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for showing up.